In a distant land, a village stood on the brink of extinction due to a horrific famine. The survivors wandered aimlessly like zombies before collapsing. Seeing this, the village chief determined to find help, but on his journey, he too could no longer endure the hunger and thirst. In despair, the village chief could only plead for help from the gods. Suddenly, a deity truly appeared from a lightning strike, leaving him terrified. The deity touched two fingertips together, instantly creating a plump animal. After receiving the deity's permission, the village chief joyfully brought the creature back to save his villagers from starvation. From then on, all the villagers worshipped that deity, and he provided them with food. Everything repeated like that until one day, the village chief noticed that the number of people sharing the portions had become too many, and so a sinister plan began to secretly brew. When the chief and the villagers called upon the deity, he appeared before them as usual, but the village chief suddenly drew a prepared bow and arrow and shot directly at the deity, causing him to collapse on the spot. He approached the deity and took his arm. The village chief used that very divine arm to create a machine capable of producing an infinite supply of plump animals. He ordered his subordinates to put those animals into another machine to produce food to sell to the people. With the massive amount of money earned from this, the village chief naturally became the wealthiest man in the land. He built himself a skyscraper castle and indifferently watched over the empire he had created before laughing out loud. Thanks to the deity's arm, the village chief's kingdom became incredibly prosperous. But one day, the sky suddenly turned abnormally dark, and a massive lightning bolt unexpectedly struck down the village chief's castle as well as his infinite machine. The village chief luckily escaped the ruins, but was horrified to find that the deity he had once murdered had suddenly come back to life, leaving him in total panic. The village chief tried to use all his strength to flee, while the deity, transformed into a wrathful form, frantically chased after him. The deity suddenly stopped at the center of the city and used his lightning powers to destroy everything. After witnessing the city he had worked so hard to build turn into a pile of rubble, the village chief stood frozen. He allowed the deity to catch up and seize him before everything came to an end.